Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a 10 of Swords to start us out. This is going to be our starting point, okay? And that card, while it may sometimes mean some very nasty and negative things, it doesn't always mean that. There is light and shadow for each card. I think getting this right out of the gate is signifying that we are breaking free some sort of limitation. We're breaking through some kind of an enclosure, some kind of a matrix of the mind, a paradigm, a belief system, some kind of restrictive thinking pattern, okay? So there's something that's been holding us back, and look at that, 5 of Wands. We are breaking free of something. Something has been delaying your success. Something's been delaying your activity. There's a lot of fire. We're going from this negativity, and we're just taking charge. It's like we're not putting up with any of this BS anymore, right? I love that. That looks really, really strong to me. And wow, look at all of that. Look at all of that. We have the cups. We've got some discs or pentacles. We have the world or the universe card. Now let's select our mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is one card that we just select randomly. We're going to put our frog friend Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top of the mystery card. Now, that card hopefully will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. But I'm going to ask something of you when we get to that point, okay? But first, let's look at these energies. As far as major arcana goes, it's only the universal world. This is all we've got right now. I think this is showing that something indeed has been delaying our success, our progress, our movement, our activity, maybe the success here, maybe our joy and contentment. Something's been holding us back, okay? That's the universal world card. But this is also the goal, right? This is not only, it's ruled by Saturn, but it's also, it rules the element of earth. Okay, so we have the kind of restrictive idea here where things are holding us back, things were kind of containing us, blocking our success, delaying our success. But then we also have this idea of solidifying, crystallizing, manifesting our success. I think this is the breaking of these bonds, right? The removal of obstacles and delays, right? Through the fire energy, fire, fire, fire. We've got some water over here. We've got some air over here. And of course, we have our earth energies here. So it's a fairly balanced reading. There's nothing missing, but there's a heavy emphasis on this fire energy. And I think this is a good thing because this 10 of Swords, keyword here is ruin, right? And I think that this is maybe a complete overhaul of your plans. Maybe you're realizing that the way you had this thing set up or structured, the organization of it, needs to be completely scrapped and redone, right? Maybe this is a belief system. Maybe this is a very restrictive pattern of thinking and behaving, right? 10 of Swords, we're getting out of something here. And it's interesting that the 10 of any suit is the end. It's the final stage of energy where this thing has run its course. And the only thing to do is either go back to the ace and start over with the air, or we're going into the earth energy. Okay? Fire, water, air, and then earth comes next. So if we can get out of this system, whatever this is that's holding us back, if we can get through this, maybe it's a disagreement, maybe it's just kind of an impasse with somebody. Maybe there's a relationship here that you've been trying to make work. And now you're starting to realize that it's kind of a lost cause, right? And I know that sounds harsh, but I think we need harsh. We've got the fire energy. We need to get out of something because the more we hesitate, the more we wait, the more we get stuck in this swampy area with the Seven of Cups. Okay? So I think we're kind of realizing that as much as we tried to keep something going, whether it's a business relationship, a personal relationship, a friendship, maybe it is just the work that we're doing, the belief system, the plan that we had, whatever this mental structure is. We've been trying to keep it going, but I think we're starting to realize that it's not good for us. Whatever we're holding on to is this kind of swamp, this mud, this quicksand. It's not good for you. And I don't mean to be so harsh. I don't want to be so blunt. But look, the fire energy is very blunt, right? Even this Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo. So we have that Saturn energy again, just like we have here with the World or Universe card. Something is holding us back. Something is restricting us. Saturn wants to squeeze everything down. What we need is, we need Jupiter, right? We need the expansive energy. We need the growth, not the restriction, not the squeezing of something, right? It could be that you are growing too big and you're trying to squeeze yourself into whatever this system is, whatever this structure is. There's TT, the Sphinx cat, to confirm. So we're using our fire energy. We're just kind of being bold. Let's see what TT has to say today. We're being bold. We are being blunt. We are being harsh. We are being confident. We are being a little bit fiery, maybe a little bit sassy, because we're not putting up with this anymore, right? We're coming to this realization that whatever system, whatever structure, whatever building we're in is too small for us. It's too restricting. It is holding us back from our kind of freedom, from our activity, right? So this is really, this is being harsh and blunt and a little bit sassy, but with yourself, okay? Because it seems like we're still kind of on the fence about things, part of us, right? And that's what we see underneath everything with the Prince of Swords. This is air on air. This is someone who's on the fence. This is someone that, I kind of see that this is what's going on here. But at the same time, maybe this is salvageable. Maybe this is still okay. Maybe this isn't quite as bad as I think. But then we have that Saturn and Leo energy. This is saying, look, we just have to be strong and confident and get ourselves out of this, whatever this is. Okay. So it's not about this kind of accepting of our situation and thinking, well, this is my life, I'm going to make it work. No, the 7 it's an illusion of comfort, right? We've got this 5. The 5 reaches out. See, 5 fingers. The 5 reaches out and pulls themselves out of this quicksand, right? No one's going to do it for you. So that brings us to this 2 of Wands that is up here at the top. This is Mars and Aries, right? So we've got a lot of this very active energy. All of this fire. We've got some Aries energy. We've got some Leo energy. And it's really, really time to break this structure down, to get out of this. This is a habitual thought pattern. This is a cycle of thinking and feeling that are not leading to your freedom of movement, to your success, to your progress. Okay? So now is the time for sure to invoke this fire energy and get out of this. See, this is feeling and thinking. This is heart and mind that are stuck in some kind of a loop, some kind of a cycle, some kind of a holding pattern here. We need to get out of that. It's really, like I said, it's your decision. It's your efforts. It's your responsibility. You're the only one that can do this. So we need first the conscious decision. We need to wake up and say, yes, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to get out of this holding pattern, whatever it is. And I'm going to start being proactive. I'm going to start going after my goals, because it really feels like Spirit's saying, your success is so close. All we have to do is kind of get out of this cage that we're in, right? And it may be a cage. We may be like the parakeet or something that is in this very nice kind of gilded cage, and we think, this is a very comfortable, pleasurable place to be. I like it here. We have to wake up to the fact that we're in this cage that is really too small for us. Okay. And then in the future, of course, we've got the Prince of Wands. This is someone who's not on the fence anymore. See, it's still a prince. We still have this idea of the kind of the psychic, mental, intellectual perception we had here. But this is kind of being of two minds, right? This is thinking, well, should I stay? Should I go? Which way, right? Double air. This is air of fire. This is now we've decided toward the fire side of things, right? We've decided to make the choice to step into this fire energy, and this Prince of Wands now is forward-thinking, progressive, creative, very proactive, right? This is a lot of activity. This is you doing everything that you know you kind of need to do to reach this success, which I think is really so close. When we look at the path of the serpent, look at these cards. We've got wonderful water energy. We've got the material success card here. And we've got the world or universe, the solidification, the completion of this. This is the success here, right? We've got to start taking the appropriate actions to get over here. And when we get over here, first thing obviously we do is celebrate, right? Here's the Three of Cups. This is abundance. This is the feeling of freedom, of joy, right? Of this pleasure of being out of this cage here, right? Real joy and pleasure, not the Seven of Cups, but a real creation of joy and pleasure and love. Right? Three of Cups. This is the kind of joy that makes you want to go out and just and give everybody a hug, right? Just kind of celebrate with people, to be generous with people. It's really that kind of an overwhelming feeling, right? And that's just the beginning, right? That's just the beginning. But it's not really time to fully celebrate yet, right? Just getting out of the cage, well, that's not enough, right? So the very next card is the Four. It's basically saying, look, celebrate your freedom, but let's settle down. Let's get back to work. Right? That's not the goal for you. That's kind of step one, is getting out of this, whatever this might be. That's step one. Step two is manifesting the success, whatever it is that you're doing. If this is if you have some career goals or educational goals or spiritual goals, relationship, whatever it is. The first step is getting out of this restrictive cage. So we're being asked to settle down, stabilize our heart, right? This is the card of the environment. This is the card of timing. It's time for a little stoicism, perhaps. Let's celebrate, yes. Right? Let's have the realization and the appreciation that we've accomplished step 1. But now let's take a breath, let's settle down, let's get back to business, right? Let's stay in control of our emotions. Because the 3, it's easy to get carried away with the 3. The 3 it's super abundant, right? It's unlimited, this kind of joy and pleasure. So it's time to stabilize. And then we're working on what comes next. And this is the 6 of Pentacles. But this is material success, right? This is earthly harmony, beauty, success. This is cooperation. This is everything on the material plane being produced, being manifested, right? This card's in the position of what you don't want. Fear, worry, concern, the obstacle, what we're trying to avoid, perhaps. So this is very interesting. And I think really what this card is trying to say is, don't get too content with simply getting out of the cage and manifesting in the material world. You have infinite more manifestation to do. See, this is kind of this is the earthly realm, and this is the heavenly realm. This is saying, okay, we have our success on the material plane, we've got the job, we did the business, we have the relationship, we've got our family, whatever. But this is the infinite potential of this. So we don't want to stop here, I think is what this is saying. We need to continue with this fire energy. I think the fire is the linchpin. Because we see the water starting, and then it's like, wait, nope, put a hold on the water. Then we see the earth, but it's in the position of what we don't want. So it's like, okay, put a hold on the earth. Because we have no restrictions. We don't want any boundaries now. So this is kind of a feeling that I'm getting, like we're not settling. We're not settling for just this kind of initial victory, initial win, the establishment of the harmony on the physical plane. No, we want all of it. We want to keep going. We want to expand infinitely, right? We don't want any restrictions anymore. Now that we've gotten out of the cage, it's difficult for us not to see any kind of a limit as another cage. And I wonder if we're kind of looking at this 6 of Pentacles as maybe still too small of a cage. Maybe our cage is infinite, right? The entire universe. As far as we can reach, that's the boundary of the cage, right? So I like this. I feel like this is good. Very good energy to end with. Now, mystery card. This is the point in the reading where I like to bring out Kevin, our frog friend, aka Mr. Bates. And I also want us all to think about what this mystery card should be. So I'm going to ask you to pause. I'm going to pause for a moment, and we can all look at the energies and see if we can intuit what this card is. I want this to be more interactive, right? I want us all to kind of do this together, and maybe collectively we can all kind of increase our vibrations and tap into our intuition a little bit. Now, if you're driving or walking, or if you're busy, you don't have to pause the reading, but just think to yourself, or say it out loud if you can, what you think this card will be. I'll do the same, and then we'll look at it, right? So I'll give us a few seconds to think about this. I'll put the camera over so we can look at the other energies, and let's go ahead and see if we can see what that card is. It helps that the cat is purring so loudly right now, too. All right, well, based on what we have, the Saturn here and the Saturn there. At the very beginning, I said we needed the Jupiter. We needed that Jupiter energy. And the best I can kind of think of right now is the Wheel of Fortune, because that is the Jupiter energy, right? And that is showing not only the timing of this, but the expansiveness, the unlimitedness, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say that this could be the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. There you go. Yeah, this is the Jupiter energy that we need to counteract the restrictive Saturn. We need the expansive Jupiter energy. And this is also what I like to call the cosmic wristwatch, right? Spirit's timepiece. The time is now. Okay. There's no better time than the present, except maybe yesterday, for us to do this. I think this is really the kind of the activation button. We have to get this thing going. And I think that this is also very good energy because it's asking you to have faith and hope and trust in yourself, in the process, in spirit, in the universe, that you can grow and expand as infinitely as you wish. That there is no limit to your success. There is no limit to what you can accomplish. And I like that we have both of these together, right? The world, the universe, and this Wheel of Fortune, because there is no boundary being put on you now. The only boundaries really that we have ultimately are the boundaries that we put on ourselves, which is kind of what these two were, right? Kat's really excited today. She loves this energy. We're going to go ahead and do an extended as well. If you would like to stick around, TT might be here too. Click on the link either above or below in the description box. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. All right. I want to thank you for watching this video all the way through until the end. That really helps out the algorithm, which in turn helps out the channel. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.